Hello everybody, welcome to Monday, October 25th. Mr. Perry here with your rundown of what we're doing today. We're going to be taking some notes and answering some questions off of a Pear Deck, so I'll show you how to do both of those things. And then watching the video, and I'll show you how to do all that in our video here. First thing, make sure that you're doing the bell ringers, even though you are at home. Make sure you open them up and answer them up. And if you didn't turn in the cheeseburger thing from last week, make sure that you go ahead and submit that cheeseburger lab. If you have no idea what I'm talking about with the cheeseburger lab, you should have received emails from me last week as far as how to do that. So make sure that you get those things accomplished there. So what we're going to be looking at this week is a little process known as respiration, which is when we breathe in oxygen. And specifically, we're dealing with cellular respiration, so it's what our cells do with that oxygen once it comes inside of us. It is going to utilize that along with food inside of our mitochondria to produce our energy. So that's what you're going to be looking at today. So if you go to today's folder, this October 25th one, here's where you'll find your bell ringer. You're going to want all three of these things in here. So these are the notes. So when you click on it, once it loads up here, we've been having some power issues at the junior high today. That's why it might be a little bit darker in here than normal. We got these are the cellular respiration notes. So if you have a printer, you can print these out. Otherwise, you can take the notes just on paper. They just won't be filling the blanks for you there, but those are the notes specifically. That goes along with the assignment of this. You'll have to sign in with your Google account. And then this is our slideshow. This might look familiar to something that we've done in the past because we did do this with cells at the very beginning, but that was over a month ago, so you might have forgotten how it works. How it works is that there's going to be a question over here on the left, and you just type your answer over there on the right. You'll know that it has saved your answer when you get a little check mark here. And then there's going to be notes. So every other slide will be notes and then a question for the most part here. So this one's would be the notes that follow along with stuff here for what is respiration. And you got a question about one of the things I talked about on the last slide. So you put your answer over there. You've got your inputs and products of respiration. Inputs go into it. The products come out. So question about the inputs and the products. Where these things take place inside of our cell. So this one has two different stages to it. So it's got stage 1 that occurs in the cytoplasm. Stage 2 occurs in the mitochondria. So you can read a little bit about what it does in each one of those there. Then there's question. Stage 2 kind of continued going on in there. So kind of stage 1 came, or that question came in between the middle of stage 2. Of kind of what's happening at the end of this. And then a little drawing one. For these drawing ones, because a lot of these things you cannot see, like we're dealing with oxygen and carbon dioxide and water vapor, you cannot see those things in front of you because they're right here. They're right in front, but you can't see them. I want you to give them some kind of visualization for you so that it'll make it, easier for you to remember. So I want you to draw and label what we breathe in, which there's only one gas, and then what we breathe out, which there's two gases on this one. So you should draw a little bit of what pops into your mind with oxygen or carbon dioxide or water vapor, or one of those things there of what's going to be popping into your brain. That's what the drawings are for. We've got our formula. Go ahead and write down both versions of it. And then you've got your formula here, which how these work is that each one of these goes to their boxes, and they're kind of underneath. Some of them are a little bit off center, but they're pretty much right underneath what they're talking about. So you'll draw a little bit of picture of glucose, a little picture of oxygen, carbon dioxide. So to make it a visual formula for us there. And then this is the video that you're going to watch at the very end. This will be your last thing that you'll have to do via the Pear Deck. There are questions here at the back, but I forgot to put down the little question and answer box over here. So you're going to answer these questions most likely tomorrow in class as part of our like going over things. So I want you to still watch the video, but then do up the question. You don't have to do up the questions tonight because there is nothing to put over here on the side because I forgot to put the thing in there. So you'll just have to do all the way up until slide number 14 there with it. There is no submission to it. It's just when it's done, it gets done. And then here's a link to that video. If it doesn't work inside the Pear Deck, it should work on here because this takes you to the safe search around any kind of filters and whatnot that happens to it. So when in doubt, you can watch the video here. If you have any questions as you're working on stuff, do not hesitate to ask. I'm here to answer them. Otherwise, hope you're doing well, staying safe, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.